Justice. Gavin, good evening.
Good evening, Nathan. Yes, we are moving on to the girls under 13 200 meters butterfly, and in lane number 8 that's SMM Kakulavala. In lane number 1 that's MHJ Tatsanindri. In lane number 7 that's Dulanya Kotalavala. In lane number 2 Devki Valpola. Lane number 6 Sanuri Hevagama, and in lane number 3 Neuli Karunaratna. In lane number 5 SAD Tasanya, and in lane number 4 our fastest qualifier, that is Alicia Samuel.
Yes, qualified with a time of 3 minutes and 16.13 seconds. Meet record for this event established in 2018 with a timing of 2 minutes and 51.97 seconds. It was Oneli Yahampat of Lyceum International School, Nugegoda.
Yeah, Alicia in lane number 4 did take out the gold in the 100 butterfly on the first day of competition. She clocked in an amazing 1:13, which was a new meet record. But here we go. The 200 butterfly is an event I hold very dear to my heart. Let's see what these girls can do. Under 13, a very tough event. And they're off.
Yes, all the swimmers getting quite decent underwater time.
Yes, Nathan, as in this 200 fly, you want to maximize the underwaters because you want to be doing as little as butterfly as possible.
Yes, butterfly is probably the hardest stroke to execute in swimming.
Yes, it's the most taxing of your energy system. 200, just saying the name of a 200 butterfly can freak most of them. So I commend all of these girls just for even attempting this 200 meters butterfly. Alicia, she'll take it out. 1:13 yesterday. I assume she'll be somewhere around the 120s on this 100. So let's see. There's already a pyramid on the race. So let's see what the final times will be. This was a straight final in the morning. So what we see is the first time of them swimming 200 butterfly for the day.
Yes, and off that first turn, Alicia, as expected, managed to gather some impressive momentum, and she's put head and shoulders above between her and the other swimmers. And as she enters the final 25 meters of the first 100, she'll probably get there sub 120. Still 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. As she approaches the turn, she'll get there with 1 minute and 24 seconds on the clock. So not as fast as we expected, but still in a rather comfortable position, Gavin.
Yes, that's pretty much on the money for her entry time. She should be well under it if she maintains this pace. But this is where the hands start hurting. This is where the hands start hurting. But if you're a seasoned 200 flyer, this will be your fastest 50. This is where you put the most effort. And you see Alicia putting more effort into the kick, as well as in lane number 3. That's Neuli Karunaratna. She's picking up her stroke rate as well. Let's see if she'll make a move. So far we've got lane number 5. That's Tasanya and Neuli, who aren't letting Alicia go. So
yes, despite her best efforts to pull away, as you said, commendable effort from the swimmers in lanes 3 and 5, and that is Neuli in lane 3 has caught up quite well, and a bit slow off the turn there was Alicia.
Yeah, a little high on the wall. You're into the third 50 of a 200 fly. You're definitely feeling the effects. So she might have misjudged that turn. So that's definitely something she can work on. The girls under 13. They're under 13. Swimming a 200 fly in itself is impressive. So we'll see the final time. She's got about 25 to go. So I'm pretty confident she's going to be well under that 3 minute 16 that she's entered.
Yes, but of course, some strong competition from Neuli Karunaratna in lane number 3. Just a few feet or so in it. But as we enter the final 25, it is Alicia Samuel.
But Neuli, I believe, will take this event from her if she maintains this pace. She seems to be the much more prepared for this 200, and as I said, she will touch first.
It's a brilliantly timed swim, you must say, from Neuli Karunaratna, representing Mahamaya Girls College. Can you see probably some of her schoolmates celebrating there? Was in lane number 3, Neuli Karunaratna. That was some excellent timing, Gavin. We thought Alicia Samuel had this one in the bag.
So I would say that was a classical 100 sprinter versus a distance flyer doing a 200 fly. So Alicia, obviously the winner of the 100 fly, took it out hard under 125, and then Neuli just paced herself, built on each of the 50s, which in my opinion is how you swim a 200 fly. If anyone has seen me swim, that's how I pretty much do it. So Neuli paced herself. I feel like she still had a bit more to give in that last 50. So definitely, oh, she's all smiles. So at the end of the day, it's done. She's happy. So gold to Neuli Karunaratne of Mahamaya, silver to Alicia Samuel of the British School, and lane 5, that's Tasanya from Dharma Ashoka College, Ambalango, who takes the bronze.
Yes, just 9 milliseconds in it. 3 minutes 4 seconds, 0.05 was Neuli Karunaratne's timing. And quite the neck and neck race, quite the thriller to kick off the butterfly finals here on day 3. And with that, we'll be moving into the boys under 13 200 fly finals. And in lane order, from lane number 1 is M. Atimuratanna from Gateway College, Kandy, Lakindu Pinto from Nalanda College, Senura Sena Veera from St. Thomas's College, Pradeepan Vishwadunith from Trinity College, Kandy, H.M. Hakim from Lyceum Vattala, Chanul Ratnayaka from St. Joseph's College, Sohas Samaravira from Lyceum Vattala, and N. Maggonage from Trinity College, Kandy. And with the best time in lane number 4 from Trinity is Pradeepan Vishwadunith.
Look at those boys' faces. They know they're headed out for a war right now.
It's game faces on from all these young lads. And it's lovely to see things being so competitive even in smaller age groups like under 13s. Hopefully they can carry forward in this momentum as they progress in their careers.
Agreed, Nathan. So something like a 200 fly, like we saw in the 200 breaststroke, the numbers are very low. And at this age, if you have finals and heats and all of that to fill out these events, we can expect great things from these swimmers.
Yes, the commitment, as you said, Gavin, to even attempt a 200 fly must be commended by these young boys.
Definitely, Nathan, definitely.
Probably a bit of nerves about. And loud applause from the pavilions in the Sugadadasa. It has filled up slowly but surely throughout the day's proceedings. And that's lovely to see that parents, supporters, friends, well-wishers have all come out in their numbers to support their friends and family.
Trust me on this, nerves are aplenty in this 200 butterfly. But the cheers, they do ease things up. Here we go.
Meet record just 1 year old by Hasel Seneviratne from Gateway College. 2 minutes 48.94 seconds.
They're off again, pushing the underwaters. That's the golden lanes in the middle.
Yes, Hakim managed to maintain underwater for the longest, and he's in with that early advantage. But still, neck and neck are all 8 swimmers.
So once again, you'll see a different tactics employed in this 200 butterfly. So never count anyone out. We'll see. This is still the first 50. You'll see some taking it out hard, some taking it out at a moderate level, and then taking it out on the third 50. Or as we saw yesterday from a breaststroker who kept it on to the last 25 and just came in home for the bronze medal out of nowhere. That's personally my favorite. So we'll see what these boys will get on to doing.
Yes, 200 meters can be quite a tricky distance, can't it, Gavin? You don't know whether you need to go all guns blazing or whether you need to conserve that energy. I'd say it's easier in 100 meters to give it your best shot, or in something like a 800 or 1500 to conserve your energy.
Agreed. But these two boys, that's Hakim and Pradeepan, they don't seem to be holding back anything. They've still got another 100 to go. Let's see what their times are going to be. Entry times of 2:53 and 2:59 respectively.
Making that first turn at just 1 minute 22 seconds.
So they are on pace, actually on pace to go under it. So let's see. And they've got very good competition between the two of them. They're breathing every stroke, which has become the familiar style for this 200 butterfly. You see lane number 5, that's Pradeepan. He has picked up his kick a little bit more, but it's actually it's Pradeepan who has pulled out ahead with about 85 to go, apologies.
Yes, and this last turn and the kick off the wall will be crucial. Still neck and neck going into the last 50 meters are these two swimmers, Pradeepan and Hakim.
And this is exciting, Nathan.
First off the wall is Pradeepan Vishwadunith, and yes, another neck and neck race on our hands here at the Sugadadasa. This is what you love to see. at any level in any championship. Been cheered on by the crowd. And it's Pradeepan with just a few inches between him and Hakim as they enter the final 25 meters or so. Pradeepan now picking up the pace ever so slightly. Put in a few feet between him and Hakim. Pradeepan has done brilliantly here to find that last bit of energy from the tank.
Yes, Nathan, he's maintaining his technique, which is what's helping him pull forward, and he will definitely take the gold. The final time, somewhere around 2:49, I believe. Just awaiting confirmation. But what a swim by the boys.
Yes, once again an excellently timed swim. So 254.57 seconds. No, sub 250.
240, yeah, 249. That's 249 for young Pradeepan in lane number 4. Hakim will take the silver in that event. And for the bronze, here we go. It's lane number 6 and 3. Who's it going to be? Long on the wall.
Should be lane number 6.
Just awaiting confirmation. Was pretty close between lane numbers 3 and 6. That's Senura and Chanul. I'm sure the boys are eagerly awaiting the result as well.
Yes, but yet another brilliantly timed swim from Pradeepan there, Gavin.
Yes, yes. So fly, all about who can maintain their technique when it gets tiring.
Yes,
And
you
that's
saw
exactly
Hakim
what
lose a bit of his shape towards the end there in the final 25 meters especially. His hands were all over the place.
Yes, that's exactly what Pradeepan did. Those kids are going to be amazing 200 flyers when they come of age. No correction on the time board, so I assume it must have been lane number 3 who takes the bronze. That's Senura. They were mighty close. The time board's going to keep all of us in suspense on that one. But what a race.
Yes, a brilliant way to start off the under 13 boys and girls, both of them setting the tone nicely for the other age groups in the 200 meter fly finals. And of course we're live from the 49th National Age Group Aquatic Championships here at the Sugatadasa Stadium. And we'll now move into the girls under 15 200 meter butterfly. Meet record yet again, a familiar name, Oneli Yahampat, established in 2018 with 2 minutes 40.11 seconds. And the lane order starting from lane number 1 will be US Yapa, Gisheni Lesari, Rahudi Chaninsa, Kaneshi De Silva, Sanuji Yahansa, Govindi Dharmawardana, Senudi Yahansa and Tarushi Hettiarachi. And the highest seeded time from St. Bridget's Convent in lane number 4, it's Kanisha De Silva with 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, once again we see familiar names from the 100 butterfly who will move up to the 200. This 200, as we have mentioned previously, is a very tough event. It takes a lot of skill and it's a very heavy burden on the mental aspect of a swimmer.
Yes, so the girls as well have their game faces on. They'll be hoping for, I would say, they'd be hoping for a sub 3 minute swim in this butterfly final.
Yes, fastest entry time is 3:06. So anywhere under 3 minutes for under 15 girls 200 fly, I would say is pretty good. Definitely they'll all be looking at butterfly. So I beg your pardon, new PB. So we'll look forward to this swim. We see the girls stretching. There is a slight brief moment of hesitation in the action. I think we're underway.
Yes, while we wait, this is another chance to take and thank the generous sponsors of the 49th National Age Group Championships, HNB banking partner. But just as I say that, swimmers have taken to their blocks.
Here we go. And there away, a slight shake from lane number 5. We'll see if anything comes off of it. I think they should be excused since they are still under 15. But as we say that, it's actually lane number 3. That's Rahudi Chaninsha who has pulled out ahead in this first 25. A long way to go, but they're up and stroking. So once again, I hope to see a very close race.
Yes, lanes number 3 and 4 just pulling away as we come towards the end of that first lap. That's
Kanisha and Rahudi.
yes, and Kanisha will be first to the turn. Turning at just 35 seconds.
Yeah, what happened there was I believe Rahudi had the better start and it helped her in that first 25, but clearly on top of the water, Kanisha is a much more dominant flyer. You see she has those long strokes as we see on the screen. Pretty even amongst the two girls.
Yes, I'd say a lot more, a slower stroke rate as well. So she's putting in low effort but covering more distance, and that will help her when she moves into the final 100 meters. But Rahudi has done well to play catch up and now has a slight advantage over Kanisha.
Yeah, in these 200s, this third 50, that's what matters. You got to make your move and you got to make sure it counts. So let's see who pushes off the underwater more. I believe that's lane number 4 who slightly just edges out her competition. A lot of swimming to do in this left. So let's see where they go. They're still sticking with pretty much the same stroke rate. It's very difficult, Nathan, on this one. It's a very challenging balance of maintaining your speed as well as making sure you finish.
So you can see a bit of fatigue setting in as well to both these swimmers. Looking like they're putting in a lot more effort to make those strokes.
This butterfly is something you can't try to go slow in. If you do that, especially on this 200, you will suffer on this third 50. But the girls, I think they've done enough on that first 100 to give them enough of a cushion. Pretty much all the girls maintaining a similar speed. I believe lane number 3, that's Rahudi, has pulled out ahead, and yes, she will touch first on the 150 meter mark. But again, with a bit extra underwater, that's our fastest entry time. That's Kanisha. So let's see what this last 50 will hold. Nathan, what's up with the 200 butterfly and the 100 backstroke and close finishers? We've been having them all day.
No complaints, Gavin, no complaints. This is what you love to see. Especially as a neutral viewer, these close finishes are something that you savor. And as they enter the final 25 meters, Kanisha has pulled away. She's using all that energy she had left in the tank. She's leaving Rahudi behind. She's laboring towards that finish line.
Yeah, this is no longer Kanisha swimming. This is all guts. That's what's motoring her along the way, and it has worked. She'll touch the wall. I believe that's somewhere around the 3:01, so they have definitely gone under their entry time of a 3:06. Both these girls, massive drop from their entry times. Let's see. And there you have it on screen. That's the winner of the girls under 15, Kanisha De Silva.
Yes, finishing with the official time of 3 minutes and 1.95 seconds. So yes, an improvement on their entry time for all these swimmers, which is what you want to see at the end of the day.
Yes, and coming in to take the bronze, we completely missed it, but that's all the way from lane number 6. That's Govindi Dharmavardhana from Lyceum International School, Gampaha. She came in to take the bronze medal in that event. So Kanisha almost playing possum on that third 50, and then just let it all out on that last 50.
Yes, it's the last race of the day for most of them. They'll just want to give it their all and go home with a medal.
And what beautiful medals they are this time.
Yes, as lane number 1, the last to finish. And another entertaining race comes to a close here at the Sugadadasa. And with that, we'll be moving into the boys under 15 200 fly. Just the 7 finalists.
Yeah, this boys under 15 200 meter butterfly. The record held by Amodya Dulshan back in 2018, a 2:20.06. Lane number 7, Lukman Aslam. In lane number 2, Aaron Ranavira. In lane number 6, DMGBM Gamage. In lane number 3, Vonal Pereira. In lane number 5, W. Sandanu Pereira. And in lane number 4, familiar name, Ashel Seneral. Ashel also holds the record in the boys under 13. So let's see if he can inch ever so close to this record by Amodya. This record by Amodya, it's a tough one. I know because I held it previously. But the 220 is a tough one, mostly because he was a very capable swimmer and he was at the young age of 17 at the national level already. So anyone even coming close to that record is exceptional.
Yes, but Hashel has qualified head and shoulders above the rest of the competition, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. The next best time in is 2 minutes 59. So he'll be fancying his chances here, and he'll definitely, regardless of whether he breaks it or not, have that record in mind, Gavin.
Yes, Hashel, I believe, has already placed in a couple of the other events. So let's see what he can do. I've seen the young man swim, and boy, does he have jets on his feet. Late adjustment of his goggles, but here we go. They're into the water. Let's see how he takes this one out. Long on the underwaters, as we've seen so far, on the 15, and just right. And just as we say that, Hashel has pulled out almost half a body length ahead of the rest of the field. But lane number 2, that's Aaron Ranavira, who has no plans on letting Hashel leave them.
Yes, I don't think Hashel even has Aaron in his line of sight. He's just focused on that wall. But even lane number 6 putting up quite a tough fight. That's BM Gamage of Dharmaraj College. But it is Hashel who's first to the turn. No, in fact, it is Gamage who's first to the turn on 36.07 seconds.
Just 3/100 separating the two. So definitely another close race on our hands. You see this familiar style of breathing every stroke, and a very lengthy stroke compared to the 100 and the 50. So we'll see what the boys will come out. Lane number 5, he's pulled out to the bronze medal position. That's Sandanu Pereira.
Yes, but Hashel just put in a few inches between him and Gamage as they approach the final 100 meters. Hashel will be the first to that penultimate turn at 1:17. So excellent timing so far, and they look on pace based off their qualifying times.
Yes, so this is where Hashel is asserting his dominance. You can see he's clearly picked it up on this third 50. But you also see the rest of the boys down here in lane number 2 and lane number 6. That's Gamage and Vonal also picking up the pace on this third 50. Hashel motoring forward. 2:38 entry time.
Yes, and sub 2 minutes on that final turn from Hashel, and he'll be hoping to give it his all in this final 50-meter stretch. You can see there he's trying to pick up the pace, putting in a lot more effort as he approaches the final 25.
Yeah, he's held somewhere around 39, and that is exactly what he needs to go his entry time. I would say, though, from the looks of it, he has picked it up, and this looks to be a much faster 50 than the others. So we'll see. He's got about 15 to go,
Yes,
and about 13 seconds to his entry time, which I think he should achieve pretty easily.
Yes, doing very well there, and put in a lot of distance between him and the rest of the swimmers, and he'll be the first to the wall. I think around 2 minutes and 36 seconds, which is narrowly better than his qualifying time.
Yes, Nathan. And as we have previously mentioned, that's going to be Gamage, BM Gamage, who will take the silver medal. But for the bronze, out of nowhere, Lukman Aslam has come into the fight, and I believe he might just edge out. Yes, I think he has. I believe Lukman Aslam will take the bronze medal in this event. So once again, Lukman Aslam, I believe that's the brother of another national swimmer. He has taken this bronze medal out of nowhere.
But as per, it's just 0.05 milliseconds in it. But I believe Sandanu Pereira has just edged out Lukman to get that bronze medal. Both 2 minutes 57.2 for Sandanu and 0.25 for Lukman. So not much in it at all, Gavin, and yet another closely fought, fierce race at the 49th Aquatic Age Group Championships.
Yes, Nathan. Lukman came like a freight train on that last 50, but Sandanu had done just enough on those previous two 100s to hold him off. Here we go. We're underway with the next event. That is event number 325, girls under 17, 200 meters butterfly. Record held by Chanudi Kumara Perma, a 240.46. In lane number 7, E. Jailat. In lane number 1, Devshi Devinya. In lane number 6, Michaela Vimalasena. In lane number 2, Akisa Hevitarana. In lane number 5, Sayara Vijay Singha. In lane number 3, Amaras Saranai Suryararchi. In lane number 4, our fastest qualifier, that's Dimagi Aglavatta.
Yes, qualifying with a time of 2 minutes and 45.78 seconds is Aglavatta, representing Mahamaya Girls College, Kandy.
Nathan, I've seen this girl swim the 200 fly, so she's a veteran in this event. She's swum it multiple occasions at the National Sports Festival and multiple meets prior to this. So we'll expect her to be around that entry time or possibly faster. If she does go faster, Nathan, she'll be inching closer to Chanudhi's record. And Chanudhi is not just any swimmer, she is the national champion in the 200 meters butterfly. So this will be something to watch.
Yes, just 5 seconds between Dimagi's qualifying time and Chanudhi's record, and obviously she's going to put in a lot more effort than she did at the heats. And straight away, it is Dimagi.
Dimagi is actually a second half swimmer, so what you see now is her actually holding back slightly. But the girls, they're hanging on. Dimagi slightly ahead. We'll see who gets the touch to the wall, because I believe in lane number 5, that's Sayara Vijay Singh from Lyceum International School, Vattala, hanging in close as well.
Yes, as they come to the end of this first lap, it is neck and neck, but I believe it is Dimagi who is first to the turn, 36.8 seconds. But not bad off the wall is Sayara as well. She's inching closer to Dimagi, but as you said, Gavin, she is a second half swimmer, so we'll see how she pulls away in the final 100 meters.
So you see, Sayara is also a seasoned veteran in this event, so she'll also have her own tactics in this race. So this is going to be quite interesting. Dimagi and Sayara, who are seasoned veterans in this event. But what strikes me right now is lane number 3, Surya Rachi. She's had a couple of looks and she's pacing herself with the front pack. So we'll see what this third 50 holds. We'll see if anyone makes their moves. A bit long on the touch.
Yes, this third 50 is going to be critical, as it's actually Sayara who was first with 1 minute and 23.16 seconds. But Dimagi is pulling away ever so slightly.
Yeah, but Surya Rachi on that 25 has gotten the lead. So definitely making her move on this third 50. Surya Rachi with an entry time of 2 minutes 54. She's on pace. She's got about a minute to achieve that time and only about 60 meters to do so. So let's see what she can come up with on this 200 meters butterfly.
Yes, Surya Rachi has swum a well-paced race, Gavin. But it'll be how she finishes it that really does matter.
Yes, we'll see if she's burnt herself out. She had a couple of looks on the first 100. She seems to be going strong, but Dimagi, I believe, now has her in her sights.
Yes, Dimagi, you can see the determination in those eyes. She's
picked up the rate now.
She's picked up her stroke rate. She's put in a lot more effort into those strokes, and Surya Rachi in the final 25 is losing a bit of gas.
Surya Rachi maintaining her stroke, not losing form too much. So she might just hang on because there's only about 15 meters to go. So I believe Surya Rachi has played this to a T. She's held on in that first 100, slightly holding back. She picked it up on that third 50, and that's gotten her the gold in this event. So if nothing drastic, overly drastic happens, it will be Surya Rachi who takes the gold in this girls under 17. Dimagi Agalawat takes the silver, and Sayara will take the bronze in this event.
Yes, fair play to Surya Rachi. She paced her race really well and outdid her compatriot from Mahamaya Girls College, Kandy. And brilliantly timed race, and fair play to her. Sub 3 minute race is no easy feat.
Yes, Nathan, the two Mahamaya girls booked their slot in the final and they made it count. So definitely that's going to be one joyful bus ride back home.
A long one, albeit, Gavin.
Yes.
But we've heard that most of the swimmers are staying over here at the Sukadadasa. There is the sports hostel as well,
yes,
that is being made full use of.
The facilities have improved, yes. So most of these athletes are in stay here. Right now we see the arrival of the boys under 17 200 meters butterfly. Record held by Amjad Hassan in 2018. That's a 2:12.78. In lane number 8, that's Ditya Veerasinghe. In lane number 1, Dinura Gunatilaka. In lane number 7, Senush Hasinsa. In lane number 3, Abdul Rahman. In lane number 5, Dinet Chanaka. And in lane number 4, Hesandu Kodagada.
Kodagada with a timing of 2 minutes and 32.4 seconds. Only narrowly better than his counterparts in lanes number 5 and 3. That's Abdul Rahman and Dinet Chanaka. So should be quite the tantalizing race. And yes, Abdul Rahman in with a timing of 2 minutes and 33 seconds on the dot. Dinet Chanaka 2 minutes and 32.71 seconds. Only narrowly behind Kodagada, who entered with 2 minutes and 32.4 seconds. So another exciting race on our hands here, Gavin, as they take to the blocks.
Yes. We'll see how the boys take it out. Entry times of 2:32 for 2 of the athletes. That's in the middle. And a 2:33 which closely follows. So this should be another closely contested race. But up there in lane number 6, that's Hussein. Entry time should not be matching the swim he's putting up right now. But let's see. We've been proven wrong multiple times in this day. So
yes, it's quite tough to call a race, isn't it, from the entry time? Because when it comes to the finals, these athletes really give it their all. Try and push their limits, give it their 101%.
Yes, especially on some events where it's like the 200 fly, the numbers are low and they go straight into the final. It's very difficult to say.
But first to that turn in just 30 seconds was lane number 5. That is Dinet Chanaka. And he has a narrow advantage as we come towards the end of the first 100 meters. But still, all of the swimmers quite closely tied together, especially those in the inside lanes. But it will be Dinet Chanaka after the first 100 meters at just 1 minute and 7.6 seconds.
Okay, so that I will tell you is on pace, because if you're anywhere under 110, you have a chance of making it into a national final, given your back end is equal. Somewhere around 215 is where the gold was last year and the year before that. So definitely 1.7, if he has a very solid back half, he can make it. He seems to have stiffened up slightly, Nathan, and the rest of the boys catching up. That's actually lane number 4 who made the most ground. That's Hesandu Kodagada.
Yes, but first to the turn is Dinet Chanaka at 1 minute and 47 seconds. But does he have enough in the tank to clinch this boys under 17 200 fly? He has lane number 6, that's Dinet Chanaka, very close on his tail. Lane number 4 as well will look to add in some extra effort, but he appears to have lost some form, has Kodagada in lane number 4. And it's now between lanes number 5 and 6 with Dinet Chanaka leading ever so narrowly. But he's pulling away nicely coming into the final 10 meters.
This bronze medal, though, let's talk about it. It's Sinura Rahman and Hesandu. I believe Sinura from lane number 2 will get that bronze medal.
Yes, but it is Dinet Chanaka in lane number 5. 2 minutes, 25.51 seconds. That's excellent going in this event.
Yes, that's a pretty solid time for a boy under 17 to achieve.
Yes, but as expected, a closely contested race, and the silver medal goes to lane number 6 with 2 minutes 29.07 seconds, and bronze medal has gone to lane number 2 with 2 minutes and 30.04 seconds. And we're done with the under 17s. We'll now move into the under 20s, where we expect to see, you could say, the fastest laps, Gavin, starting off with the girls. And in lane order from lane number 2, it's S. Kandanagama, D. Hingulwala, Dinagi Gamage, Satushmi Divyanjali, and D. M. Kumarapelli. Best timing by a long distance coming into this race was by Dinagi Gamage of Vishaka Vidyalaya with 2 minutes and 44 seconds. meet record held by Machiko Rahim in 2013 with 2 minutes and 30.91 seconds.
There's a reason that record has been held on for so long, Nathan. She's also the national record holder in this event. I believe that is only slightly faster. I believe it should be somewhere around 229 or 230 low. So it's a tough ask of these girls, but let's see what they put up.
Yes, and straight away it's lane number 4 that manages to remain underwater.
That's Dinagi Gamage. Yeah, she had come up somewhere around the 14 meter mark, but the rest of the girls up and was stroking away. We'll see who gets to the 50. It should be Dinagi because she's slightly ever so in front.
Yes, and as they approach that first turn, it is Dinagi with that slight advantage. She'll turn at 36 seconds. But yes, a relatively slower start to this race. Hopefully they'll add a bit more pace. Will these under 20 girls probably keep in more energy in the tank? And yes, it is Dinagi who's gradually building up some distance between her and the chase-in pack as we near the end of this first 100 meters.
Yes, Dinagi has maintained her stroke comparatively to the other girls, which has helped her inch ever so far, not an inch ever so forward. She's gapped the rest of the field by about 2 body lengths heading into this first 100. And it will be somewhere around the 120 mark, which is pretty solid. She has an entry time of 2:44, I believe. So she's on pace. She'll just have to maintain somewhere around a 42 average for this next 100.
Yes, and she's put about 3 or 4 body lengths between her and her competition as she crosses the halfway mark in this third lap.
Yes, and that's Divyanjali and Higulwala who are fighting for the silver and the bronze in this 200 meters butterfly. Let's see what the girls can show down, because from somewhere around here, it's all pretty much the gut and the head just telling push on.
Yes, I'd say around the end of the third lap is where the lactic acid takes over, doesn't it, Gavin?
Yes, definitely. Lactic acid and your mind telling you to stop, please.
But entering that last lap at just 2 minutes and 6 seconds is Dinagi. And she's looking good here.
Yeah, Dinagi will be somewhere around that 248, just under the 250 mark if she maintains this pace. But once again, you see the swimmer who maintains their stroke able to come out on top in this 200 meters butterfly. And it seems in lane number 3, that's Higulwala, she has pulled up ahead in this fourth length of the butterfly to take the silver medal. We'll await the final time.
Yes, and it will be Dinagi who touches around that 2 minute and 50 second mark, as you correctly said, Gavin. So over longer distances, I believe it is maintaining your technique and sticking to your basics that will carry you through.
Definitely. It is becoming tougher though. As you see the world records, the times, they're pretty much all out. So obviously these age group swimmers, they'll definitely have to take it out because they might be doing it for the first time, maybe the second time. So they get a bit more experience, then their tactics come into play and they can work with their coaches on developing a plan. But definitely holding technique on the 200 is what's most important.
Yes, especially still at the underage level, aren't we, Gavin? A long way to go for these young girls and boys.
Definitely. So once again, that's Dinagi with the gold, Higulwala with the silver, and Satushmi with the bronze. And now we see the arrival of the boys under 2200 meters butterfly. Meet record by Revan Senavaratna, 2:12.74 in 2019. Lane number 8, Ramiru Vijayasinghe. In lane number 1, CJ Nivedagalla. In lane number 7, Vidul Kumaravadu. In lane number 2, Shavin Vikramaratna. In lane number 6, OK Setindu Dinuka. In lane number 3, IMIB Patandupitiya. In lane number 5, Vihanga Caldera. In lane number 4, Akash Prabhaswara. Nathan, yes. The two to watch in this, Vihanga and Akash.
Yes, Caldera and Akash from St. Joseph's and St. Peter's.
The two boys were
both with sub 2 minute 20 timings, and this is probably the most anticipated final of the day. You see the crowds as well coming closer to those railings.
There is another factor in this 200 meters butterfly. The both of these boys in the top 4 in the nationals last year and the year prior to that. So there's some bragging rights. You see the pressure on Akash's face. He's trying to relax. Vihanga will be with him. Akash might take this out hard. He has a habit of taking these 200s out hard. We'll see what he holds.
Yes,
on their way. Vihanga might come out on top in the underwaters, but Akash on the swim will get him. At least on the first 100, and they'll make it interesting.
Yes, definitely. As you said, bit of history between these two lads as well. Akash and Vihanga. And indeed, it is the two of them that are putting a few inches between them and the rest of the pack coming towards the end of this first 50-meter lap. But it will be Akash Prabhashwara who is first on the turn at
that out at Nationals last year. Vihanga also around the same time. Vihanga had a sneaky look after that underwater, so he is looking to chase him down. He's up the stroke rate. Akash, this is normal for him. This is just his backyard. He'll hold this form till tomorrow if you ask him. 200 fly, it's just a matter of what time they'll go. I know these boys will both be under 220, but what's interesting is they're pulling the whole pack with them. Let's see what this 100, it should be somewhere around 1-3, yes.
Yes, taking that first 100 at 1 minute and 3 seconds, but you can see Vihanga is, I would say, slightly stronger underwater. He's trying to use that to his advantage, but it is Akash's superior technique that's carrying him so far.
Yes, and fighting for third right now, that's Dinuka and Patandupadiya in lane numbers 3 and 6. Akash seems to have pulled away. You'd want something under 140, 139, somewhere around there to touch the wall. And yes, Akash has touched at 139. So he's definitely headed towards a pace of under 217.
Yes, but Vihanga is putting in a lot more effort. He's taking his strokes much more quicker as they approach the final 25. It is still Akash though with an ever so narrow advantage. And now we are in the final 25 meters, and lane number 6 as well has done some lovely catch-up. That's Senduthu Dinuka.
Senduthu Dinuka is a veteran in this event as well. He has made a habit of catching up in this last 50 and the third 50, so we'll see if they can challenge. But it will be Akash. I believe that should be somewhere around 3:15.
Yes, and Vihanga do just a second or so behind, so it is...
it should be under 216, should be somewhere around 215 for Akash, which is around the time he managed to do at Nationals. I believe he came second.
Yes, I will await the updated times, but what we can tell you is Vihanga has finished with 219.93, and yes, Akash 216.11. That's excellent going from the lad.
216 and a time of 229 for the young lad Sethindu in lane number 6 from Anthony's College Kandy. So that 216 I believe is the fastest 200 fly we've had all year. So that's a great time set up for Akash, awaiting the trials and the nationals coming shortly. So next up we have the women's 20 and over 200 meters butterfly. The meet record held by Ridmi Rankodge in 2016. I believe that was at South Asian Games. A 2:55.40. In lane number 4, that's Sandini Tennukon from the Kotalavala Defence University.
But I believe both the women's and men's timed finals will be taken together, Gavin. You can see in lane number 4 as well, we have Disal Edrising of ZFit Sports Club.
Yes, that record is held by Charanto De Silva, 2:05 in 2017. So interesting here, the boys and the girls going together. I believe that's a decision made by the chief referee to finish the events program.
Yes, we saw that earlier today as well, and in fact we saw a couple of the girls finish before the boys in one of the under 20 races, I believe. So should be an interesting watch, and obviously done in the best interest of time. But can be quite entertaining as both of them set off.
And as we just said, that Sandini has pulled out to the better underwater. 15, it will be Disal. Both of them, 200 flyers in their own right. They're in the open category. They've done this many times before. Sandhani is also a middle distance to long distance swimmer. She must have taken part in the 1005, 8, 4. She usually does. Sal in his own right, past Josephine, I believe, who has done open water swims. So they have experience in this event. They'll take it out. So this is just an opportunity for the younger swimmers to witness some legends in the making.
Yes, of course. And don't be fooled by the distance between the two of them. It is individual timings that matter, because it's two separate races. But it is Disal who is looking to better his personal best of 2 minutes and 32 seconds coming into this race. And he'll touch for the final 100 just around 1 minute and 10 seconds. So he's on pace, you could say, Gavin.
Yeah, he's got an entry time of around 2:32. So unless the lack of competition slows him down slightly, I believe he should be up there. He just needs to come home at around 1:22, which should be pretty easy for Disal. Sandhani at around 1:30 touches the 100, which is also pretty much on the money for her 3:04. So we'll see what the two of them will finish in this event.
Yes, Disal heading towards that final turn. He'll touch at around 1 minute 54 seconds.
Yeah, just under that 155. And let's see, it's the final 50. He doesn't have any pressure because in the back of his head, definitely Nathan, a goal, awaiting his return for this swim. So just under 2 minutes, he's scraping the barrier of 240s.
Yes, 2 minutes 15 seconds on the clock as he approaches the final 25 meters. He'll be hoping to try and stay under his seeded time of 2 minutes 32. Doesn't look like he'll be able to do that though.
Yeah, it'll be slightly over. He touched around 159, so this should be somewhere in the 237, 238s, I believe. Yeah, 236.95 is the soft touch time. Just awaiting confirmation.
Yes, and Sandhani as well, just heading towards that final 25 meters. And as you said, a gold waiting for her at the podium as well. The only two swimmers to register for this open category.
Guaranteed gold, isn't that a nice feeling? But take nothing away from their swims, because this 200 fly, I think they deserve 2 golds in my opinion. But hey, I might be a little biased in my opinion, being a 200 flyer myself.
Yes, but swimming is quite the tough, probably one of the most demanding sports physically to take part in, Gavin. So anyone, for even competing at this level, does deserve their due credit, I would say.
Agreed. And final time for Sandhani is a 3:15.40.